The game comes with an adventure book containing the scenarios that you can play, and I have the impression that there is a wider variety of scenarios here. The adventures in this game really play very differently from one another. It is not the same game on a different map and or with slightly different objectives. The flow of the game and the pace of the game is very different here from scenario to scenario. And this can be exemplified by showing you this, which is my favorite scenario, which is played on a pre-generated map. You do not explore the map, you do not build it turn after turn. It is entirely built at the beginning of the game. Still, the map will be different from game to game because you put the start tile in the middle of the table, then you draw tiles to fill the unexplored edges of the start tile, then you draw more tiles to fill the unexplored edges of those tiles, and then you finally draw these other special tiles here to seal off the remaining unexplored edges. Some of those tiles will be special tiles with this hole printed on it and with indication of fissure and numbers on it, a range of numbers. You will place these 4 special tiles there, and you will, in a random fashion, and you will also place 2 hit points on each of them. What the heroes are trying to do is to seal off these locations that are spawning new monsters. During the exploration phase, you will roll 1d20, and depending on the number that you roll, you will have the indication of the fissure that is generating a new monster that you still draw from the monster deck. And you need to hit the fissure and to eliminate these hit points to be able to seal off one of them. After you seal 2 of them, the villain will enter the game and will make it harder for you to seal off the remaining ones. This is a very fun scenario. I love it because it is so unpredictable. Not only is it played on a map that changes from game to game, but just the different combination of monsters that you will have to face, and that will come from different directions. Sometimes you will take a break because you roll a die that corresponds to a range that does not generate monsters anymore. Some of the times you will have waves of monsters that will come all from one direction as a very tight army. Some of the times they will run against you from different directions. You will find yourself surrounded. Just the variety of situations that this scenario can generate is much higher than that you find in many other scenarios. I just love this scenario. If I had bought the game just to play this scenario, I think that I would still consider my investment worth it, just because I played this scenario many times and I will play it many more times in the future.